Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. Salutations, much love and respect to you brothers out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, IUIC has a Christian mindset. Okay, they have a Christian mindset when it comes to the Bible. This is why they don't, they tell you can only have one wife, which is a Christian, that's what the Christian church says. Okay, why? Because they're Americanized, they're westernized. When you deal with most places in the Middle East, in the East in general, you know, a lot of those places that deal with ancient customs, they allow you to have more than one wife. Why? Because that goes back to the Bible. And ironically, this camp is always speaking about the law, when the law tells you that you can have more than one wife. Okay, but because their whole thing is to market to the women, okay, so it's women friendly, you know, and the women won't get offended, right? Because that's where the money is at. The money is it was with the women. Okay, 80% of the consumer spending, around 80%, comes from women. Okay, because they spend the most. That's why most commercials you see, most advertisements you see, are geared towards women. So you have to watch a camp that is catering to women, because that's a camp that is about money. You know, it's about money, or they're about, you know, getting women. Okay, they're not about the truth. They're not a camp that's based upon the truth. Okay, because if they were a camp that was based upon the truth, guess what? They wouldn't have so much women in their congregation. The scriptures speak about they lead the false prophets leading away captives, silly women laden with sins. Why? Because they cater to their emotions. They cater to what they want to hear. Okay? You see? This is why they bring up doctrines like that. Like you can't, you can only have one wife and this and that. And they try to act like it's part of the law. No, it's not part of the law. Right? Right? And you have to find out, when has that changed? Right? King David had multiple wives. King Solomon had multiple wives. Jacob had multiple wives. Right? Abraham had multiple wives. So when has this changed? And if you're saying that in the New Testament, that's when it changed, that's a Christian mindset. And Christians are the ones that say that, since the Lord died on the cross, all the laws are changed and so on and so forth. That was never changed. Okay? Is it optimal to have multiple wives in this setup? No. But we can't tell a brother he can't have multiple wives. The brother can do what he wants to do. All right? That's lawful. When it speaks about a bishop having one wife, that's dealing with a bishop. And that the reason for that is so that he can concentrate on his role as a bishop and one of the heads of the church, man, managing the church. Everyone's not a bishop. So that doesn't apply to everybody. Okay? And another thing, when have you heard, really none of these other camps, they get on the long hair thing, which is in the New Testament. Paul said that, but they don't deal with that. Okay, the Christian church doesn't deal with that either. They let you come as you are. See, Great Millstone, we don't move like that. We move based upon truth. We're not dealing with emotions. We're dealing with the truth. That's why we'll bring out Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, and break it down the way it's supposed to be broken down. Okay? If you leave it up to them and ask them what's the judgment for somebody grabbing up a woman, right, who's unbetrothed, that's why there's different scenarios mentioned. That's why there's one that says who's betrothed and one that says that she's unbetrothed. That is significant. That is actually the key of why he's being put to death. But if you leave it up to them, they'll paint right past that and say, oh, he's getting put to death because he took it forcibly. No, that's not why he's getting put to death. Okay? That's not why he's getting put to death. He's getting put to death because he's laying with a woman that was betrothed. It's likened unto adultery. That's why. See? But because they want to be world friendly, they want to be, they want to appease the woman and the Christian man, right? Because that's the people that are coming into the IUIC. A lot of times, they're coming directly from the Christian church, and it's an easy transition. It's a very easy transition because they're the same as the Christian church, except they have an Israelite twist. Okay? Right there, they're full of gimmicks. The Christian church is full of gimmicks. You know, they have boxing matches. They have all kinds of things they try to do to spice it up. There's one pastor said he's going to start selling weed to lure the young people in. You know, so they're all about gimmicks because their foundation is not the truth. You know, having Hebrew Israelite fashion shows and riding on horses, all manner of gimmicks and distractions. Okay? And you people that are following these different camps that are not teaching the full truth, you're going to follow them into a ditch. You're going to follow them into a pit. Okay? Because we told you what the mark of the BEAST is. We told you what the mark is. We keep telling you, and clearly what you see in front of you in the world, what's happening in the world, is fitting the prophecies according to what we have said. Not according to what they have said, because they done switched it up multiple times. Told you it was an embargo, it was this, it was that. Okay? We're giving it to you straight. And yeah, we speak rough. Yeah, we speak raw. Yeah, sometimes we curse, so-called curse. That's not even what a curse is. Sometimes we use harsh language. But what did Paul say? He said, though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. See, the Christian church, they'll come to you, in a suit and tie. They'll have that, they'll have that motivational speech. They know how to use the inflection of the voices to capture the audience. They know how to do all of that. But what they don't have is the truth. It's like the majority of these Israelite groups. Okay? Another major faux pas, another major problem that they have, or a mistake that they do, is that they call upon the name of Jesus Christ. That is a Christian church. That's the same names that the Christian church is calling upon. That's the same name that these Edomites are calling upon, man. And if you believe that the Lord has not preserved his name in the earth and given it unto his men, as he said he would, as he said he's done back then, and it says that the elect, they feared the name of the Lord before he came back, and that's why he delivered them. When you read that's why he's going to deliver them. When you read Malachi 4:2, it said those that feared my name. How can you fear a name which you don't know? See, but they'll skip right past that, just like the Christian church. You see, the Lord is going to reveal who his men are and who he's truly dealing with. Okay? The Lord is going to reveal that, man. So anyways, shalom to the brother Machaya on the comment board, beloved Yasharallah 144. Go ahead and subscribe to that brother's channel. Okay? The brother put 2 Timothy 3 and 13, it says, but evil men and seducers, because that's what they're doing, they're seducing the people with their false doctrine, shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Okay, so you're being deceived by these false teachers, and that's going to lead you right into a ditch. Okay, right into a pit. It says, how then shall they call upon him? Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's get Romans. It says Romans 10 and verse 13. It says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Okay? How then shall they call upon him in whom they have not believed? So you have to know the name of the Lord to be saved. Okay? You can't believe on the name of the Lord if you don't know the name of the Lord. And they're not teaching the name of the Lord. They're not pushing the name of the Lord. They're pushing Jesus Christ. They're pushing, really that's the name of Satan. Okay? You could change that for Satan or Serapis Christus, because that's where it goes back to, man. You might as well call upon Satan, man. All right? It says, and how shall they believe on him of whom they have not heard? Okay? And how shall they hear without a preacher? Okay? Someone has to preach this gospel unto men that the Lord is dealing with, men who the Lord Yahweh is dealing with. They have to preach this unto you and teach you the right way, man. You see? But they're following after, their itching ears. They're following after men that's going to tell them what they want to hear. See? But hey, they can continue on doing that. We're going to continue on the path of truth. Truth may be bitter, but it's good for you. The bitters are good for you. The bitters are the best thing for you. That sugar, that sweet stuff, that stuff is not good for you, man. That stuff will lead to death. You can have that, but you can have that in moderation. The scriptures say, eat honey that is as much as is convenient. Eat too much honey, you'll get sick. That's that sweet stuff. You eat those bitters, you eat a lot of those bitters, man, you'll start to heal your body. You'll start to purge out the parasites and improve your gut health, so on and so forth, man. That's what the truth is. The truth is the bitters. Now, these people that are dealing with these false doctrines, they're stuck on the sweet. They can't leave from the sweet, and their body is full of parasites, man. You gotta sugarcoat everything. You gotta smooth everything out. You gotta put sugar on everything. Sugar on this, sugar on that. Sugar on the mangoes. Mangoes are already sweet. You don't need sugar on the mangoes. Right? Brothers know what I'm talking about. The sugar on the mangoes. Certain brothers like to put sugar on mangoes. Okay? But yeah, that's the point, man. And those false doctrines, man, a lot of them are tied to the Christian church that they preach. They teach about hell being a place where you burn forever. That's Catholic. That's not even regular Christian. That goes back to the Catholic Church, and before that goes back to the Greeks, to the concept of Hades. That's why when you see the image of what they paint as the devil, he'll be red, but he'll have a pitchfork in his hand, or a trident in his hand, rather. That's Greek mythology, man. That goes back to Greek mythology, man. See? So the only ones that they're going to fool, the only ones that are going to get caught up in these lies are the simple. The scriptures say how the simple believeth every word, but the prudent goeth well to his going. See, we didn't just listen to what the apostle said. I didn't just listen to what the apostle said 100%. I believe they were men of the Lord, and I believe what they said. I believe the things that they said, but what happened? Eventually, I looked up those things, right? I looked up the things that they were saying, and it proved to be right. Okay? pertaining to the scriptures. Okay. So hey, if you don't get out of that zombie state, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna take the mark of the beast. Okay, you're gonna be either starved to death. You're gonna get destroyed by wild beasts. Whatever judgment the Lord has in store for you, because you're not of the elect if you're continuing in false doctrine. All right, and you're damn sure not of the 144,000. The scriptures say how the 144,000 they would learn the song, the new song, which is the new gospel. You guys are not singing the new gospel. You guys are making up some other type of music, man, and trying to mix it in with the new gospel. That's not the new gospel. That's not the new song. All right. And the Most High is going to start making examples of these false teachers. So you better get away from them. Because the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His Son Yahweh Shai, is going to start making examples of these false teachers. He said that He's going to start at His own house, which are you Israelites, especially them that are of the understanding that you're Israelites. So don't be surprised if major judgment starts to hit these camps. You know Esau's getting ready to come down with the sword, and the way the Spirit has it is that Great Millstone is really incognito. They're really like an underground camp. We don't wear the same garments. We don't have Ben Israel at the back of our name like IUIC has. You see? See, IUIC is like the complete opposite of Great Millstone. You know? They're really like the Christian church, man. You know, and they're easy to find. They all wear purple. They all got walking around with fringes everywhere. Wait till Esau starts to roll, man. There's going to be a lot of people using those scissors to cut off those fringes, man. And trying to hide themselves. Okay? We're going to see who's the Lord is going to separate the men from the boys, man. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.